Here's another way of demonstrating the same thing. Okay, so over here, you can see that in this case, it's a Super 35 sensor that's 4K, it's a C70 here, and it could crop in to do a 1080p right in the middle, and that'd be a Super 16, right? And of course, you can use those types of lenses on this, which is kind of what it's designed for. On the front end, I have kind of a baffling combination, although there's a reason for it. Now, optically, this is silly. This is going like from the middle, you know, pulling from the center of the image and spreading it out to the full frame. So this actually is when you want to, this is when you have like a zoom lens and you want to get more zoom out of it. And you're like, I can lose some light, but I just need more optical zoom. And I'm going to get from the middle, but I have a full frame sensor and I want to use that full quality. I don't want to just crop in, right? So the thing about it is that this is designed, of course, to pull from the center of a full frame. What it pulls is about the same size as an APS-C or a Super 35. When you lose one stop of light, that's about as much as the difference is, right? So in this case, I have an APS-C lens or an EF-S lens or a DC lens or a Super 35 lens. It's not a full frame, although it's pretty close. Like when you, and this is kind of a free lunch, theoretically, because it should only be pulling from what's already there, right? It's an APS-C lens, it's just getting most of it. And that could spread it out all the way, you know, to a full frame. And then this thing squeezes back in. And I know it works because it works. So when I get out of the menu, you see it works, and it works like it should. And it works the same as if I just put this on with this, which is what actually makes more sense. I mean, this is going whoop, 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 yeah, optically, and this is just going okay, right? What is annoying right now, as turn this off, or what would be nifty or something, is that when I take this exact same thing, and that's kind of why I did the extra, and I put it on here. Now let's talk about what this means. Okay, so we have a full frame sensor and an APS-C lens, right? And the whole reason I'm doing this, I was cleaning stuff. The whole reason I was doing this is to show that you should be able to take this kind of free lunch and take, you know, this would crop on a full, but this isn't a full. This takes pretty much all of it, and it's beaming it to the full size, and then it's ready to go here. Optically, I know that it does this. You could check it with a RAW and other things like that. But what happens is that this camera says, oh, I've got an APS-C lens in it. Where's my menu? So, boom, movie cropping, enable. And there's just no way to turn that off. But if there were a way to turn it off, you could turn any APS-C lens into a full frame with autofocus. You'd lose a stop of light. Wait, no. No, I mean, you just, the point is you'd have it all. It'd just be really nifty. It's just not, you know, you're spreading it out, so it'd be less intense. You'd need to adjust your ISO accordingly. It wouldn't be quite the same because you're losing that stop of light. That's what I meant to say. Okay, anyway, that's what two ways of saying the same thing. So I wish Canon would allow it, that you could actually toggle that off and have control. And that way you could use the full sensor, and you just need to juice the ISO a little more, which shouldn't be a problem. But then you'd use all 45 megapixels, either for stills or for oversampling for video. That's what I'd like. And that's what makes sense, because these things are just the same thing. And we have room because there's no mirror.